Hey guys, it's Belle. I hope you guys are all doing great. So today I am starting a new monthly video series called Buy or Don't Try, because I have been purchasing items this last month or so, and I've been surprised, both good and bad, by some of these items that I've picked up. So I thought I would just go ahead and every month when I haul random things, it can be anything from food items to candles to makeup, whatever it is that I haul and I'm either extremely disappointed by or extremely happy about, I'm going to just feature them in my monthly video so that I can let you guys know what I think are good purchases and bad purchases, so you can know what to buy or don't try. So I'm going to start off with a food, well, not really food, but something that you can consume item. And you'll see my husband's Ninja Turtle glass front and center because I went ahead and mixed up a green tea frappe. So I thought, I'm mixing up a very green drink. I'm going to put it in the very green Ninja Turtles glass. You can see that this drink has somewhat separated. There's a lot of like froth and foam on the top part, and then the bottom part is where it's more concentrated flavor. But this drink is a green tea frappe that I made from this stuff called Matcha Booster, and I picked up an unsweetened packet and a sweetened packet at World Market. And they were both $6.99. And I wanted to get into green tea a little bit more because it does have some good benefits for your body, antioxidants, that kind of thing. So I thought every now and then I'm going to treat myself to a green tea frappe. And I am just loving this stuff. It's a powder form, and they're a little bit different consistency. The unsweetened version is very like green. Almost looks like, let's see if you can see in there. Almost looks like, I don't know how you would just, it's just like a green powder. But it's very concentrated and it's very powdery. And then if you look at the sweetened one, it's more, it is powdery, but it has more of like a granulated texture because it does have sugar in there. So the sweetened one I feel is a little bit easier to scoop and measure because the sugar helps, but I didn't want just all sweetened because I find a lot of commercially sweetened things too sweet for me. So I wanted to incorporate the unsweetened. So I use half of unsweetened and half sweetened when I make my frappe. But I just love these. And green tea is something that I feel like a lot of people might not love. It is slightly an acquired taste. It's very slightly sort of bitter. It kind of has like a slightly bitter aftertaste that, you know, sticks in your mouth, like on your tongue a little bit. But I really like it. I mean, I don't mind things that are just kind of slightly bitter, and it's also kind of slightly grassy smelling and flavor-wise, but it has enough sweetness in there that it's really just a really nice, refreshing tea type of beverage. So I definitely would recommend these at World Market for $6.99. I am loving it, and the frappe is just delicious. And I did 2 tablespoons of the unsweetened matcha, 2 tablespoons of the sweetened, and then I did 8 ounces of lactate milk, vanilla extract, and some ice, and just put it in my Vitamix, and it made this really yummy drink. So this is definitely a buy. If you're interested in green tea mixes or getting into that, I think World Market has a really good, fair price to kind of see if you like it or not. So really, really love this. So then, also at World Market, and this is going to be a definite try, definite buy this, okay? Mike and Ike cotton candy, little candies. Oh my gosh, I saw these there, and I've only had a couple little pieces because I'm, you know, I don't like to eat like crazy amounts of sugar or anything, but I had to buy these because they are just, I love cotton candy, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, for $1.49 I'm trying them, and they are pink and blue little pieces, if you can see that there, and they taste just like cotton candy. They really do. So they're really yummy. So be on the lookout for these, and these are a definite buy, especially for the price point. So loving these. So if you're looking for Easter candy or you just like cotton candy, buy these. You will love them. That's all I have for food, but let's go ahead and move into some other. Okay, so for something that I am not happy with, that I would say do not try, okay, is this Milani. This is new for 2016. I believe it's a spring-ish launch. This is the Milani Prep Set Go Transparent Face Powder. And it's just a white powder. When you open it up, it doesn't come with a application puff or anything like that. But it is just the worst powder. It's just really chalky and patchy, and it clumps. Do you see how I just did that? And it just clumped up in a ball, like it flakes off. And it's just horrible. I really think this is a terrible, terrible powder. I was looking for something that would just be a really light option, like just to set my makeup. And so I tried it like that, and see how it just clumps? It's just the worst powder. Like literally, it flakes. It's so, so bad. And I even tried it underneath my foundation because it says that you can use it to prep your skin. And if you've seen some like beauty gurus, they do say that you can prep your face with a dusting of powder first and then apply foundation. So I tried it that way, and it just doesn't work. There's nothing good about this powder. I would never in a million years recommend this powder. So please, you guys, I would really say save your money on this. I even tried to just set under eye concealer with it. It's terrible at that. So skip it. Do not purchase this. I really am disappointed in this powder. I'm probably going to end up throwing it out. It's really, really bad. So don't buy that. I'm also disappointed with this from Milani as well. Basically, let me back up. I had placed an order at drugstore.com, and they had Milani products, buy 3, get 1 free. And I think I had a coupon or something, and I had free shipping. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of these items. This is one of their baked blushes, and I just don't like the packaging. It has a mirror on the inside, and it has a really just inexpensive one of these blush brushes that, I would never use. It kind of has packaging similar to Physicians Formula. I had a Physicians Formula blush that was pretty much an identical packaging. Now, this color that I picked is in 03 Berry Amore. And it's a baked powder blush, and it's made in Italy, but I don't love it. It's just, when it said Berry Amore, I thought it was going to have a little more berry undertone, and it's very orange for a berry shade. Now, it does obviously have some variation in there, like some golden, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm flipping you guys off. I'm sorry, with my swatching finger, but it's just very, I don't know, I may end up using it more for like bronzing or something in the summer. It's just not what I was thinking for a product that was called Berry Amore for a blush. So I'm really not happy with it as far as that goes, but it is much nicer consistency. It's much smoother. It doesn't, it's not chalky or anything like that. So maybe I'll try it in a different shade at one point, but not wowed with the name for this product. It's definitely more bronzy orange versus berry. So now the other 2 items that I got, because they were buy 3, get 1 free, I got a Milani mascara, and I think this is also a new product. This is called Lash Trifecta. And it lengthens, curls, separates, and it does have one of those wands that's kind of plasticky, but it is one of the best mascaras that I think that I have used in a long time, and especially a drugstore item. I completely think that you guys should buy this. This thing rocks. This mascara rocks. So Milani is definitely winning me over with this mascara, and I would repurchase this. After a few applications, it can get a little flaky, so I would recommend a mascara top coat. I personally like the Bare Minerals product called Locked and Coated. It really works well, and it reduces flakes, but I just think this is a great mascara. It's really easy to put on, and it really lengthens and volumizes your lashes quite easily. So it is something that I would definitely repurchase. Okay, so lastly from Milani, I have this gorgeous blush, and this is in the shade 01 Romantic Rose. This was the last item that I purchased to get my buy 3 get 1 free, and I love this blush. It was, I think, $8.99 or $9.99 on drugstore.com. I have seen it at CVS and other places like that. But I just really love it. You get a whole lot of product in here. You get 0.60 ounces, which is 17 grams. And just for comparison's sake, the other blush that I showed you from Milani, this one is only 0.12 ounces, 3.5 grams. So I think that it was only $1 more than that smaller one. This one was only $1 more. And so the value is definitely there. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. I love the idea of the rose design on the top of it. And I just think that it's gorgeous. So it doesn't really show on my finger to swatch. It looks beautiful on my cheeks. It has no shimmer or anything. It's completely matte. But here is on a white piece of paper. You can kind of see the swatch there. Just so you get an idea. It's just a really beautiful rosy shade. I love it. The one negative thing that I have to say about this, though, is that it has quite an odor. And I'm trying to pinpoint in my mind exactly what the odor is. And it reminds me of something from a home improvement store. And I can't decide if it smells more like caulk or grout or like new carpet or something. It just smells something like that. It really, really does. So I think that it's one of those things you need to smell to kind of understand. It's quite strong, like if you stick your nose in the pan, you know, if you're smelling it. However, I have noticed that once I apply it, I don't notice it at all. It just completely goes away, so it's not really an issue for me. But if you're really sensitive to fragrances or scents, you might not like it. However, I would recommend that you guys buy this if you're in the market for a really beautiful blush. I think it's a really great value and a really nice item. However, the smell could be a deal breaker for some of you out there. So just be aware of that. But yes, I really am happy with this purchase. Love it. So I also decided to splurge. This is a slightly more luxurious item. This is from Clarins. This is the Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil, and it kind of looks like an oil in there. It kind of rolls around, but truthfully, it's pretty much just like a nice lip gloss. There's really nothing oily about it on your lips. I have the shade 02 Raspberry, and it also comes in a honey flavor, and it's a slightly more like light yellow color, but I'm not completely wowed by it. I think it's a really nice lip product. It has made my lips soft, they're hydrated, I have no issues with it, but it's $25, and for that price point, I really don't think it's that much better than a really nice like $10 lip balm, because typically before bed I usually use a Philosophy lip balm or a lip gloss, and it's probably just as good. I think the lip glosses at Philosophy are like $10 or $12. And honestly, I think that, you know, it's pretty much, I get the same results in the morning with either this or the Philosophy ones. So I don't think you're necessarily missing out if you don't buy this, but it's definitely a good gloss, but I don't think it's necessary, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of not really sure if I want to recommend it for sure or not, but I don't think that it's a bad purchase. I just don't think you necessarily need it. I will say, however, that the doe foot applicator on this is fabulous. It's huge, and I could rub this on my lips all day if I had the time. It's so luxurious, and it just feels wonderful. So they definitely get an A+ score for the applicator. It's just great. I did see that Milani came out with basically a dupe of that gloss, and I have heard that it's not the best. I haven't tried it, so I can't say for certain, but I heard that it's not quite to the caliber of the Clarins. So just keep that in mind. So lastly, the last item that I'm going to feature, and it's completely different, but I purchased this new Listerine mint floss for your teeth. and I absolutely hate this dental floss. I don't know what you guys use. I typically use Glide. This floss, I'm just showing you a strand here. It is like, it moves. I don't know if you can see. It's like a rubber band. It gives, it has, you know, it's basically flossing your teeth with a rubber band. I find it so uncomfortable, and it honestly reminds me of that stretchy cord that people who make jewelry will use. And I just think this is the worst dental floss ever. So I'm just leaving it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching my very first buy or don't try video, and I can't wait to come back and show you some more stuff in March. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.